Good afternoon, folks, and welcome to the Firm U. Ray Bessette here, and I've brought a client in today. Actually, we just finished legs today.
Yeah.
So if you see a little sweat underneath the brow there, that's from our workout here. Anyway, so this is Abraham, and he's agreed to share his experience here at the Firm U and his results. And we have them right here in 3D. And I'm just going to ask him a few questions, see what went on, and how you liked it here. How'd you find me anyway?
I did a quick Google search of highly rated trainers in the area near my house, and you were the first result.
Wow.
You had great reviews. I checked out your website. Seemed like you knew what you were talking about.
Okay.
And I came in for a consultation visit.
Cool. How about that? Okay. And then so you signed up for 36 sessions, and we're actually on, today was our number 30th session. And last weekend, a couple days ago,
Yeah.
well, August 22nd, we did a 3D scan, and we also did a bioimpedance weigh-in just to check your progress. And the results were pretty amazing, actually, and I could tell that you were dropping. I'm sure you had to come a couple notches in your belt, right?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
It's a good thing I have a ratcheting belt.
Okay. Well, anyway, we'll see here in 3D, just to validate your weight loss, your fat loss, I should say. And your nationalities are, you're Middle Eastern, is that correct?
Yes, Middle Eastern descent and Hispanic descent.
Okay, so your cultured food is a little bit different than the average American.
Yes, I have mostly a Mediterranean diet.
As far as,
It
okay.
consists of it's very different. We use a lot of grilled meats, mostly chicken, beef, and lamb, and
Okay.
goat meat as well. And we use a lot of beans and vegetables in our diet as well. We also use a lot of bread and rice.
Right.
All that's out the window since
Right.
I'm trying to lose as much weight as possible.
Right, because carbohydrates, as we discussed, are, I don't want to say they're the bad guys, but in excess of carbohydrates turn into sugar. It's the same. Carbohydrates is sugar. It's a longer word, and the sugar is the only thing that can actually turn to fat.
Yes.
So we started out by reducing. We didn't just flick the switch.
No.
We kind of turned it down with a dimmer.
Yeah.
And we dimmed the lights on the rice, potatoes, and breads, and then things started falling off.
Oh yeah. Once I reduced my intake of carbohydrates and sugars, I really saw I was shedding weight. I was getting rid of fat, and I had a lot more energy even too throughout the day. Just cutting all that.
Absolutely. And also, in conjunction with the weight training, you're also burning sugar when you're lifting weights. It has a metabolic effect. So when you burn the sugar for energy, the glycogen in your muscle, the sugar in your blood is going to be the first molecule that goes back into that muscle cell, the receptor in the muscle cell, and replenishes the sugar that you just bleeded out by doing the exercises. And that's why weight training is so much better as far as fat loss. For fat loss now, cardio has its place, but for fat loss, weight training is number one, because you burn calories not so much when you're lifting weights, but when you get done lifting weights, the 168 hours that you're not in the gym, you're burning calories. Okay, so the purpose of exercise is not to burn as many calories in the gym as you can. Turning over tires, if that's your thing, that's all fun and dandy, but there's really no recovery time. So what we do is specifically hit a muscle, break it down, 72 hours, it repairs itself. We do another muscle group, and that same metabolic effect goes on for a week. So technically, you're working out for a week.
Yeah, I can really feel it immediately after our workouts. Mm-hmm. I want to eat just a little bite of food, but my body's telling me I need more energy. I'm using so much energy right now, just healing myself and repairing everything.
Right, your nutrition requirements are going to go up.
Yeah,
that's the other thing, folks. It's It's like, if you're going to starve yourself, you're going to set yourself up for failure. So it's good to eat. Actually, it's part of your metabolism.
Yes, I feel my metabolism, what's the word? So much more efficient now. Like everything I eat, I'm using as energy. It's not going anywhere else.
Right, and your food choices have changed too.
Yes, that's probably has a lot to do with it.
So you walk right by the donuts in the morning, right?
Oh yeah, the donut shop right next door.
Oh yeah. Anyway, yeah, they bring me a lot of business too, by the way. All right, so anyway, we got some numbers here we wanted to talk about. First of all, we did a 3D scan, and you can see here when Abraham started was June 13th. Today's August 24th. Yeah. So that's a little over 9 weeks or 30 sessions, 30 training sessions. Now, also Abraham also obligated himself with the laser, the strawberry lipo laser. And so what he's been doing is, like, on the weekends, he's been doing the laser session, which is done within an hour. Then he works out after that, and we do a muscle group, either upper body or lower body after that. And so that's been working out real well.
Oh yeah, it really accelerated the results I've been seeing. Like, just looking in the mirror, I've really noticed a lot larger increments of change as I started doubling up my sessions with the laser and the training.
Yes, and it's a great combination, because the laser will get those fat deposits, if you will, okay, that you can't do unless you get down to bodybuilding single digit body fat percentages. Not too many people are that disciplined enough to get to that. And I don't know.
Those guys are monsters. They don't really make that many.
And I did it 83 times. I don't on the national level.
Yes, sir.
But anyway, so I wouldn't encourage anybody to go that route to try to. So that's why the laser is so important, that it can actually spot reduce exactly where you need it. It could be, and I have as many. We were discussing this earlier, that you thought that I had more female clients than I do male.
Yeah.
No, it's about 50-50.
Yeah, I was surprised to hear that, really, honestly. Yep. But I mean, everybody has a little bit of fat they want to take to, remove from the equation.
Absolutely. Okay, anyway, so we started here at these 6 locations. This is back on June 13th, and he totaled out at 288.4 inches on all 6 of these locations. So if we were to look at each location, it'll all equal 288. So divide that by 6, and that's the number you get on each location. August 22nd, he's down to 271 as a measurement. So he had lost 14.5 inches at the circumference of 6 locations on this side and this side. And you can just look and see the difference of when he started and when he just a few days ago. So I don't even need the measurements. You can just see it. So let's go ahead and take a look on what it looks like without the measurements here. So you can see the before and the after right here. And then we have all of his measurements on another page of all the locations, his arms, chest, calves, quadriceps, upper abdominals, lower abdominals, hips. Okay, so we just go down a little bit further. So upper abdominals here. Now again, when the number starts up here and then comes down here, that's always a good thing. Okay, so on June 13th, we did the same measurements here. He's got a total of 179. Now he's down to 168. So he lost 10.4 inches in those 4 locations.
Yeah.
Here's before, here's after. And again, you can see it right through the picture. Now I can also spin him around and we can see the backside, okay? Now nobody likes to see the before, nobody really likes to see the after.
I really don't like seeing the before.
We're still under construction here,
yes, sir.
Okay? So we've got a ways to go still, but in 9 weeks, there's been a dramatic difference. How about your clothes? Must be fitting pretty good.
Oh yeah, they're fitting really well. I'm worried about having to buy new clothes here pretty soon, but the goal is to get jacked so I don't have to buy new clothes.
Maybe you should get Jack to pay for them, right?
Oh yeah.
Has anybody noticed anything?
Oh yeah, everywhere. Most of the places I go, people I haven't seen in a while. They're always noting the change in my appearance and all that. And I notice it.
Yeah.
And I notice it during the days and stuff like that. In the morning when I wake up, get dressed for work. You know, I like it. It looks great.
Awesome.
And seeing the data really helps me visualize the change, how much progress I'm actually making. So it serves to motivate me a lot while I'm working out.
It's kind of hard to eat that donut when you.
It's hard to eat the donut when I have these papers sitting in the seat of my truck.
Right. So anyway, folks, here I can also cross-sectionalize, and I did this with Abraham. The red outside circumference here is one measurement around his belly button. Okay. Now a lot of guys say, I wear a 32 size pants. No. Yeah. It's about 6 inches below your belly. Your what they call it? Yeah, Dunlap.
Yeah.
So it's not really you're actually measuring your hips, not your gut. So anyway, this is around the belly button here. So he started off on, again, June 13th at 48.8. Now you're down to, what's that number?
45.2.
45.2. So in the green here, you can see where he is today, as opposed to the red where he was when he first started. This is pretty powerful when you can see that and not just look at the notches on your belt, but actually see it in 3D like this. And that's a total of 1.7, almost 2 inches around one circumference. Yeah. So get your suspenders out there, folks. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, there it says 3.6 inches.
Oh, 3.6. Oh, yeah. I'm sorry. Yeah, 3.6.
3.6. 7%.
Wow.
7% loss around, the longest part around my gut.
Wow, that is pretty impressive.
Yeah,
when I looked at it, I said 1.7. I'm like, oh, okay.
That's very satisfying.
Yeah,
it really is.
All right, that's the new you. That's the old you on the outside.
Yeah, that's the firm me.
All right, so let's take a look at this other statistics or measurements. Now, we after getting off the 3D scanner, we get on the bioimpedance scale. Now, the bioimpedance scale sends signals through your feet, up through your body, and then down through your body. And so it's looking for water. Water is a conductor for the impedance measurement. So the more muscle you have, the more water you're going to have. Okay, about 86% of your muscle is water. So when somebody goes on a conventional, I don't know what you call it, TV ad diet, they're really just losing that water. They're not really losing fat weight.
Yeah, I've done all kinds of diets. I just end up looking like someone sucked me with the straw, sucked all the water out of me with a straw from my head.
Yep, and that's pretty much what it is. Yeah. Because you go back to regular eating, which usually you get sick of it, and then you go back, and then you actually gain a little bit more than you had before.
Yeah, that was my experience, actually. That's why I decided to come here, someone who actually knows a thing.
Well, what's funny is that you think, if you think about how much money you spent the last 10 years trying to get to where you are in 9 weeks, okay?
Don't remind me.
I'm not that expensive.
No, not really. Not considering all the other options I've exhausted. I should have just come to you first.
That's right. Get it over with. Get it done right. Yeah. That's why I take my car to a certain spot, because I know it's going to be done right.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Might cost a little bit more, but I don't have the hassle. I'm going to get it done right.
Yeah.
I don't do it myself. Really I don't do it myself. That's for darn sure. That costs a whole lot more.
Oh yeah.
Okay. So anyway, back on again, June 13th. You're at 257.6. On August 22nd, just like the other measurements, on the same day, you're down to 240 pounds. So that's 17, give or take a couple clicks off of that, 17 pounds. Okay, so that's great, 17 pounds.
Yeah.
But where did it come from? Right?
Yep.
Did it come from fat? Find out. Did it come from muscle, or did it come from water? Had to come from one of those three.
I hope it was fat.
Well, we're going to find out in a minute. I already know the answer. You do too. But anyway, so a lot of people, when they say they lose, 20 pounds, 17 pounds, whatever the amount, I always ask 17 pounds of what? Because our bodies are made of three things, basically. And that is water, like I mentioned, fat, and muscle. So what should we eat? pretty much protein, water, and fat.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what we need.
There's nothing that says we need to eat carbohydrates whatsoever. So we can live without carbohydrates. We can't live without protein. We can't live without fat. Okay. Anyway, so your body fat percentage was at 49%, almost 50-50. Okay.
Wow.
All right. So that right there is a big flag. You know, if a doctor sees that, they're going to think right off the bat that, okay, you know, this big flag for preventable conditions like prediabetes, insulin resistance, diabetes, hypertension, high blood pressure, and the list goes on. Mm-hmm. Okay. Now he's at 38% body fat, or 38%. So he's lost almost, 9%, 9% body fat percentage. So that in itself is really good. Now, if you were on medications, you could take this to your doctor and say, hey, doc, look, I'm not the same guy that was 9 weeks ago.
Now, you prescribed the medication.
Right. Do I need this medication still? They'll probably pat you on the head and say, stay on it for another 9 weeks and come back and we'll see where you are. Yeah. I'm just kidding. I don't know. But this is a good measurement that you can bring to your doctor if you're trying to get off those preventable medications. Okay, so let's look at your fat mass, your body fat mass. So when you started on the June 13th, if I cut off all your fat and put it right here, it would weigh 126.8 pounds. Okay, it's marbled throughout your body. It's not in one spot. Kind of feels like that, but it's marbled throughout your body. So we look over here. Now you're at 93.6, and I got a little cheat note here. I feel like the president here. You lost 33 pounds. I mean, on the muscle side. No,
I lost 33 pounds
on the fat. On the fat pie, it was 17. No, right here.
Yeah.
Right here, 17 pounds of fat.
Yeah.
So we can safely say that the 17 pounds that you lost came from fat.
Yes, sir.
Now, here's the other element. Did you lose muscle by losing fat? Because most people do, unless they're weight training and eating a lot, or primarily protein and fat, they're going to also lose muscle also. And that's the last thing you want to do, because muscle really is your fire for burning fat. Fat burns in the muscle cells. So the less muscle you have, the more fat you have the potential of gaining.
Yeah.
So it only makes sense to keep the muscle. All right. So, and because Abraham has been training with me, he started out at 130 on the fat-free side, which is the muscle side. Now he's at 147, and that is up 33 pounds. Okay, so is that all muscle? No, it's not. It has water too. What muscle is take a red balloon and fill it full of water, and it gets bigger, okay? We're not adding muscle fibers, we're just making that muscle larger. It's kind of like a sponge. Muscle's like a sponge. Once it soaks up and it gets bigger, okay, it gets stronger, okay, and it also adds more weight to you.
Yeah.
All right? But since you lost fat and gained water and muscle, the balance still is 17 pounds of fat loss.
Yes.
Okay, and you're still going strong. Okay, so this is a great way to say what you lost, where you are, and see yourself in 3D.
Yeah.
So, and again, it's a motivator in itself, if nothing else. So, and how are the workouts going?
And the workouts are great. I mean, we do push, but that's just for my own betterment. You have to push. You can't just keep it easy forever. It's getting progressively more difficult for
right.
me, but that means we're doing it right.
That's right. And it's the adaptation.
Yes,
you know, if you're curling 5-pounders, you know, after 9 weeks, you should be curling at least 20, 25 pounders.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
Okay? It's the adaptation part of that.
Yes.
So the stronger you get, the bigger the muscle gets. And ladies, if you're worried about bulking up, I hear this all the time, you don't have the testosterone in your body, and it's 0.5% of ladies in the world that could ever get so big that they are uncomfortable in the way they look or bulking up. Not only that, it's a genetic thing. You know, you could be one of those ladies that are genetically gifted in gaining muscle. I wish the heck I was. I would have to walk sideways to get through a door.
Yeah.
But anyway, so all right, so we still well, you just signed up for some more laser sessions.
Yes, I did.
Okay,
so I can double them up with my remaining training sessions.
That's right. So it's been working out pretty well. And Abraham comes from a good distance, so we combine. I have some people that buy the laser sessions and then they buy the training sessions. So they come here 3 days for the training sessions. That's weight training. We do upper body, then lower body, then upper body, so that we don't overtrain. Then on the other days, it could be Monday, Wednesday, Friday, you work out with the weights. Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, or Sunday could be the laser.
Yeah.
You can do the laser every other day. Okay, you can't do 2 days in a row. That's the rules and regulations on that. But again, if you want the best of both worlds plus the diet, you know, I don't even want to call it a diet. It's really not.
It's just I'm eating what I'm supposed to be eating. What
exactly.
people are supposed to be eating.
Like we did 100 years ago.
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. Any closing comments you wanna throw in?
I mean, really, my only comment is about doing the impedance weigh-in and stuff like that.
Yep.
You know, I had the scale at home, and it really disheartened me not to see me losing as much weight as it looked like I was. But then whenever we do this and I see that I've gained muscle on top of losing weight,
right,
it really served as an extra kind of motivator.
Right. So you can also see the composition has changed.
Yeah, the composition of my body's changed, and
right,
it's a lot better.
It's kind of like looking in the mirror too. It really gives you that information. So I remember you came to me with actually some goals.
Oh yeah, I have some goals. I just want to look good. I want to look good,
you know, I like because that. A lot of people don't like to say that.
That's really, I want to look
yeah,
good. That's really what it is. Really and truly, I want to look good. I want to look good for my girl. Well, hopefully we get married sometime in the next couple of months.
Yep.
And I want to look good. I want to look really good.
That's great.
So,
and the side effect of looking good is being healthy.
Yes, sir.
That's the other thing, right?
Yes,
you don't want to be, you know, turning 30 and then have more medications.
I mean, you can't look good and be unhealthy. That's for sure.
That's right. Exactly.
Yes,
okay. Not only that, it's functionally good too. I'll bet you can throw some things around.
Oh,
you know. Okay. Anyway, well, folks, if you like this video, give me a thumbs up. If you want to see more videos like this, hit your subscribe button, and we'll get you some more videos and some more success stories like Abraham here.
Yeah.
All right, Ray Bessette and Abraham signing out, and have a great day.